What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks MLB edition. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. They are drilling, they are hammering, they're doing crazy stuff outside, but I'm going to just keep talking consistently with no breaks, which is unfortunate because I did see a couple of comments. He talks too much. He just give us the place. No, I'm here to give you good betting information. I'm here to break down analysis on both sides of it. And if you don't like that, too bad. There's a lot of other places you can go find random garbage picks doing garbage things. I'm here to talk you through the process and make you a better. That was great. Bet365. That was a light bulb moment for me. We're going to make you all betters at Bet365. Bet $1, get $200 in bet credits over there. Sign up for that in the link below. You simply click on that. It's only available in four states. I almost said sports as they keep hammering away. We've got Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, Virginia. Sign up over there. Take advantage of that. It's just $1. You bet $1 on anything, you get $200 in bet credits. That is great stuff. But through this apocalypse that is going on, I have 7 games that I'm going to be breaking down here on Thursday for you. Very much looking forward to it. You know what? This is going to be a quick one. Let's get through the picks. Our day begins in Fenway. It's beautiful in the morning. It is the Minnesota Twins, my Minnesota Twins, taking on the Boston Red Sox out in Boston. Love Boston. How you like them apples? I'll do my Goodwill Hunting another day. I don't feel like it at the moment. But Tanner Houck on the mound for Boston, taking on Kenta Maeda of the Road Twins. And Kenta, so far, really good stuff. 261 xWOBA, 27.3% K rate with 0 walks on the season. That's great stuff. And I repeat, 0 walks tend to be pretty good when you're trying to, limit runs and stuff. He has given up 5 earned, but 4 of those were against the White Sox. Did miss 1 turn in the rotation here, but he is set to go here. It's something with his arm going on. Arm fatigue. That's never the greatest thing to hear out loud, and that's the only reason this play becomes a lean. But first, let's talk Tanner Houck on the other side here. He's only had 3 outings, hasn't exceeded the 5th inning in any of them, so there's that. You might be short for this game, and we've seen this Boston Red Sox bullpen have their struggles at time, but Tanner Houck still, I think he's a serviceable enough arm. Nothing extremely special. Primarily throwing a slider sinker combo. Fastball kind of his out secondary. It's more third dairy. What's a third dairy? I don't know, but sounds provocative. 2.90 expected ERA so far this season, but a 4.50 ERA. I expect positive regression for him. And as such, I am leaning the under of 9 runs in this one. Yes, it's an afternoon game in Boston, but doesn't look like it's going to be crazy hot. We had some crazy hot stuff last weekend, that's for sure. But looking at Boston, I get it's an afternoon game, but under 9 still is kind of the number that's standing out to me here. I think Kenta Maeda gets it done here. Does Tanner Houck join the fray? I don't know, but Joey Gallo, special shout out for him. A 1 expected slugging right now after a home run today. Absurd stuff. Yes, very limited sample size. He just got back from injury here this game, but making his presence felt right from the get-go here on Wednesday. So pay attention to Joey Gallo going forward. We got a couple of southpaws going down here at Yankee Stadium. The other afternoon game here. Yeah, some blue blood baseball to get the day kicked off, going from the Red Sox to the Yankees, and it's Patrick Sandoval on the mound for the Halos going up against Nestor Cortes. And Patrick Sandoval kind of expected big things coming off of his World Baseball Classic performances. He looked stellar, but for some reason in the first couple starts, just not generating swings and misses. It is optimistic to see that he went from 2, 2, and 6, that maybe there's an upward trending direction, but you really got to be striking out this Yankees team, especially as righty heavy as they are. Regardless of Aaron Judge having the quote unquote reverse splits, he still completely murders lefties. So DJ LeMahieu, everybody that isn't Anthony Rizzo, it would seem, unless you want to talk about Oswald Cabrera as a lefty. I really don't. But Patrick Sandoval, low 90s fastball, would love to see that slider start generating some of the swing and miss that we saw at times last year. And yeah, it's been okay so far with a 31.7% whiff percentage, but compared to last year's 33.6% and the changeup, which was his second primary pitch, he's throwing that a little bit less this year, might be matchup dependent, and we did see them absolutely throttle Oakland early at the plate in his debut. So just saying, maybe he was pitching to contact a little bit more, just making sure he didn't walk guys, and generally speaking, been okay with that this season. As for Nestor Cortes, he's just kind of getting going. He had the MVP type season, well, Cy Young type season last year. Nestor Cortez just off to another good start here. Philly, Baltimore, Minnesota, 3 matchups, 3 pretty true lineups, 3 pretty tough lineups, to be honest. 2.60 ERA. However, this Halos team, top 3 in baseball in terms of WRC plus against left-handed pitching, so something's got to give here. However, I do like both of these arms enough where I'm leaning the under in this one. Might be looking, if there's enough value on maybe a DJ LeMahieu home run, maybe there's enough value to be firing up an Ohtani left-on-left home run, who he got robbed by Aaron Judge today. I just love seeing baseball back. You have Judge hit a bomb. You have Ohtani getting robbed by Judge. Not something you expect. Whatever. It's just great to have baseball back. But under 8.5, wish I had something for you from this one too. If you absolutely made me fire up something, if you got better than plus 550 or plus 600 on DJ LeMahieu with his 62.5% hard hit percentage, think I might be looking in that direction as a contrarian 2 home run option. Let's get ourselves to the plays, shall we? We have Cincinnati taking on Pittsburgh in this one. Roansy Contreras from the home team and Luke Weaver. Now, I don't know if I was under a rock or what happened during the second half of the season, but if you could have given me 5 guesses, and I couldn't have told you where Luke Weaver played last year, but somehow, some way, he has a sample size attached to him too. So I'm a little bit confused that he was, do you want to guess? Take a guess. 3, 2, 1. Kansas City Royals. I had no idea he was with the Royals. All I remember Luke Weaver with was the Arizona Diamondbacks, as that is the case for most of you. So kind of a weird phenomenon to be breaking him down again here. But for the most part, I kind of know what we're walking into. It's a regressing pitcher. Yeah, he's only 28 years old, but it seems as though the 4-seamer just isn't going to be as good going forward as what we were seeing based on his 2022 numbers. Now, maybe he's reconfigured everything. Maybe he figured it out, but he started the season on the IL, and I think we're just going to get a lot of the same here where it's a very hittable Luke Weaver. I don't really know what to say. I think it's going to be problematic for him right from the get-go against a Pittsburgh team. A Pittsburgh team above 500 just went into Coors Field and put up 484,932 runs, give or take a few. It's like pinball. They had like 9 runs in the first inning in back-to-back games. What are we doing here? It's like Pee-wee stuff. Little League stuff. I should say the right league stuff. But regardless, let's jump over to the Pittsburgh side of this one with Roansy Contreras. And this is an arm that I really still believe in. I think he's got the goods. But he has so many problems in the repertoire as well. Specifically the walk rate, sitting above 11% again. 285 expected batting average. There seems to be times he gets up in the count and just doesn't have the put-away stuff that I expected him to have at this level. It showed up last year with the 4.43 expected ERA, even though he found his way with a strong second half to a 3.79 ERA for the season. He's only 23 years old. The slider looks ridiculous to me. That's his primary pitch. The fastball, wish it was sitting up a little bit higher than 94. Wish it had a little bit different dispersion based off of his slider movement, because then the curveball could end up being a wipeout pitch for him. Wipeout. I tried. Over 9, though, is really what I'm looking at here. I think both pitchers are going to be more hittable here in this spot. I still believe in Roansy Contreras' stuff long-term. Think he'll figure it out the same way that I'm going to be beating my head against a wall with Hunter Green until the day I die, it would seem. But I'm still looking at the over here. Lots of lefty bats for both of these guys to have to deal with from both teams. And that is not ideal. We're even seeing Andrew McCutchen join the fray against some righties this year. So over 9, I think it's our first play, small play, that we have here on the board in Pittsburgh. Hey, the Rockies. Get them out of Coors. Never have to deal with this stuff again. I just woof to them. They're going to be taking on the Phillies in this one. And these are just 2 horrendous pitching options that we're looking at. First off, we've got Matt Strom, who's going to be a bullpen type scenario guy, although he did get extended to 67 pitches his last time out, got completely shelled by Cincinnati. That ended up making for a short stint. I don't know how long he's going to be pitching into this one, but gave up the 3 earned runs in the homer. Otherwise, he had a clean sheet through 3 starts. Well, not 3 starts, 2 starts, 1 bullpen appearance. So wanted to be specific about that. You always got to be accurate for the people. But Matt Strom, I do like some of the pitch mix that we have going here, but this is just coming down to on the other side of this one. I think we've got a very targetable Ryan Feltner. 8.78 ERA here for Colorado, 0-2 record. Has some strikeout stuff, which has been strange to kind of see emerge from his repertoire. He was expected to be kind of the dude for Colorado, and I mean, has anybody really shown up and been the dude here for Colorado? No, that has not been the case. But 35.9% hard hit percentage has been better than you'd expect, that's for sure. The K rate up 4 ticks from last year, 19.6%, 23.1%. So nearly 4 ticks, 3.5 if we're going to be exacting there too. However, I still think this hard stuff is coming very, very quickly for him. He's been very fortunate to have 2 road starts this season. Dodgers, Seattle, sure, you could call one of them. I mean, Seattle should have a better offense than they do so far, but then got Washington at home. He's given up 13 earned over the course of that run. Again, 8.78 ERA. I'm seeing some hard contact in his future, and that creates an opportunity for some home runs. And Kyle Schwarber has been steamed up like crazy. It's going to be very difficult against any right-handed pitcher to find fair value. You're better off almost taking the no and parlaying it with something else as opposed to betting his home run props at this point in time. Again, you've heard me complain. There seemed to be a huge disparity between last year and this year in terms of home run odds. They are definitely juicing the public harder than before. However, there's a guy in Brandon Marsh who hit a homer again today. I believe that was his 3rd that he's now had for the season. He's actually leading this team in slugging and expected slugging. He's he's right there with Kyle Schwarber, 446 and 469 respectively. So you start hitting the ball like that with a 43% hard hit percentage. I get it. He strikes out a lot. I don't really care. You're looking for that pop. I think we're going to get some decent value taking a shot on a guy like Brandon Marsh. He's also moved up in the order. Not that the books aren't going to notice that either, but I think you're going to start seeing him really, really run with it. You might remember him from the playoffs towards the end of last season when he really emerged. There were a couple times in the 9-hole we fired him up as a home run play on this program, and he came through. But he's batting .368 with 3 homers, a 1.156 OPS. My God, look at that number. It is so big. Brandon Marsh, 2-homer, my lean. But if you're getting better than plus 375, which is the exact true number there, you can fire that one up. Just like you can fire up Bet365. You bet $1, get $200 in bonus bets. Sign up in the link below if you're in one of these 4 states, Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, and Virginia. You sign up, you deposit $10 or more at the link, and you bet $1, and you're going to get $200 in bonus bets. Pretty great stuff. So there's that. But also, we have a special sponsor coming in 2 games. So be on the heads up. You might want to take advantage of this offer while you can, because it might be going somewhere here very, very shortly. Just saying. New sponsor alert. Get yourself ready. It rhymes with Schmanschmates. Or Schmanschmate. No, that was a bad bit. We'll talk about it here. That's for darn sure. All right, y'all. Let's get ourselves to the next. Oh, but first, it's only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, let's get that jolly guy off the screen. A couple more games to go. Let's ride. Let's head to Wrigley Field. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It is one of the cooler stadiums I've ever been to. But Michael Grove on the mound for the Los Angeles Dodgers, taking on Jameson Taillon. Used to be a Pittsburgh Pirate, used to be a Yankee, has better stuff now, maybe? Question mark. Michael Grove, we'll start with him though. 24.1% K rate. And somebody the other day asked me, well, why do you always break down all these starting pitchers so much? Why does this matter so much? Well, that's what the odds dictate. Like, that is the biggest thing that goes into the odds, period, end of story. And Michael Grove, 2nd rounder in 2018, was expected to be one of those dudes. And, you know, if he runs into trouble, you have the Dodgers bullpen behind him there, of course, where you could yank him. But these guys need to be getting pitches out there for their teams respectively. And so they just matter more than a bullpen's going to long-term when you're talking about the individual odds of each specific game. I think you probably get that. Oh, I see what everybody's saying with I talk too much, but whatever. I don't think I talk enough. 3.10 expected ERA, 4.60 ERA last season. Very limited sample size. Only a couple times we saw him up there with the big league club, but this season. I expect a lot better things than we've seen of him of late. This ERA is just made up at 9. He's got a 3.67 expected ERA. So as long as that continues with the four-seamer slider, everything should be okay. But we'll get to the other part of this equation. On the other side, Jameson Taillon looked very serviceable as well, starting to just look like the guy that was promised to Pittsburgh, and I'm sure they're probably a little bit upset about this. He had some moments with the Yankees, that's for sure, and a 265 xWOBA this season with a 25.8% K rate. Everything looks good, and he's been pretty good against lefties so far too. So those are encouraging things when you have Freddie Freeman. They don't have as many lefties here going for it, but Max Muncy, Freddie Freeman definitely makes some sense. Now, the weather is twofold here. One, I do expect rain in this one, so be on the lookout for that. 50% chance. That was kind of what I learned on the Google machine. Go me. But windfinder.com. Wind blowing out in Wrigley. You notice this? See this? 10. This is our best play on the entire slate. I have this game with the wind blowing out at Wrigley, going 17 miles an hour with gusts up to 25. The ball is going to be flying out of here. I don't care about how much I like Michael Grove, how much I like Jameson Taillon, maybe some of the changes that they've made. Plus, this Cubs lineup is just thrashing the baseball. They had no problem with Oakland putting up runs in a cavern of a ballpark, and now you get the wind at their back. You get the improved Dansby Swanson, Ian Happ starting to be the guy who was promised, Patrick Wisdom really being the guy that was promised, Seiya Suzuki back in the mix, and Cody Bellinger. Does he have revenge in his heart? I bet he does. Just saying. This game plays clean. I don't know how you don't get over 10 runs here. I just don't. You could have really good pitchers here, and if they are not throwing ground balls, which on the season, Michael Grove, 15-degree average launch angle, and Jameson Taillon, 18.6-degree average launch angle. Houston, or Los Angeles and Chicago, we have a problem, but not really, because we're going to benefit. Over 10 runs to the moon, my favorite play on Thursday. We have the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on San Diego here in this one. And after being confused, like utterly confused about Luke Weaver, I don't even remember him in a Kansas City uniform. And I watch a lot of baseball. So Michael Wacha, definitely have seen him some other places, that's for sure. Going up against Ryan Nelson, who ends up being that fifth starter here for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And Wacha, after just mowing down some dudes, completely came back to earth his last time out. I think we could kind of see that one coming. Going up against Milwaukee, gave him the benefit of the doubt because 10 Ks on the road in Atlanta is no joke. But then 11 hits, just 3 Ks against Milwaukee and that litany of lefties. It's weird though, because he's tended to give up a little bit more righty power than you would think too. So yeah, problematic stuff for sure. And Ryan Nelson, not my favorite pitcher in all the land. I know he's had some success here in the early going. 3.71 ERA, hasn't given up more than 3 earned in any outing so far, has gone at least 5 and gone 6 in his last 2. So that's what Arizona's looking for out of him. Send Madison Bumgarner to the shadow realm, that's for sure. He's just so terrible. He should be off that baseball team like tomorrow. But either way, I like the over of 9.5 here. We just saw a pretty interesting spot here on the Padres side where you're going to be getting Fernando Tatis. He's pretty good at baseball, hitting like 500 in AAA with just a 300 WRC plus. We're talking one of the best hitters in baseball. And I will say, shout out to my guy Greg Ehrenberg here on the Odd Shopper Network as well. You want to be betting Fernando Tatis to win MVP right now. The San Diego Padres are below 500 right now. And they're about to get one of the best hitters in baseball. And if things make a change, if things start making a turn for the better, which their bullpen might actually be a legitimate problem, we'll talk about that on a different day. But Fernando Tatis is going to get a lot of the credit. So it's like 20-1 on FanDuel right now. You might find better than 20-1 at some spots too. So Fernando Tatis, you want to do it. You want to need it. But anyway, over 9.5 runs, that is going to be my like for this one. Oh my gosh, they're back for baseball season. It is Odd Shopper and Manscaped, a beautiful combination. And yeah, look at this. This guy, he needs to be fresh shaved. You can tell, but he is fresh shaved because again, Manscaped, they have these incredible products. They have the male grooming kit. They have everything that you were possibly looking for to take care of your carriage upstairs and downstairs, all over the place. They have different trimmers, different opportunities for it right now. You need to go to manscaped.com and see all of these great ball-saving things that they have for you. For all of my friends and family out there, again, my family, I don't want to hear about that. That's pretty disgusting. But everybody else, I am here to help you make money and here to help you take care of yourself. And this is part of that. Manscaped.com. Go take advantage of promo code Stokastic. You sign up in the link below. You get 20% off. And yes, free shipping as well. Everything that they have to offer. You're going to be getting a beautiful pair of boxers along with it. They have the ball crop, the lotion for it too. I know these are weird things to hear me say because, I'm just your neighborhood friendly Spider-Man. But I'm telling you, this is what you need to take care of yourself right now. So promo code Stokastic gets it done for you, 20% off and free shipping. Go take advantage of it. Oh, look at that surprise, man. I actually like this picture more than the other one. I do. Producer Daryl, I like this one a lot more. Okay, yeah, we're going to continue on. One more game to go, but thank you to Manscaped. Glad to have them back on the program here on Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks, and I think you'll like it too. Promo code Stokastic, take advantage of it. Let's get to the final game of the night. We've reached the end of our boarding walk here with Giants hosting the Mets. My guy, Senga. Senga me a song of a lass that is gone. If you know what that's from, We Can Be Friends, except for the last couple seasons of that show have been just completely trash. It's Outlander, in case you wanted to. Whatever, my wife likes it. Kadai Sanga, I love him. I love the Ghost Fork. He is going to strike out a bajillion dudes going forward. Now, sometimes he doesn't know where it's going. That's a conversation for a different day, too. But Shamanaya on the other side kind of know what's going on with him. He's not very good. The ballpark is definitely going to be helpful for him going forward. He used to pitch in Oakland. Now he's pitching here in San Francisco. Basically the same thing. But a 597 expected slugging, heavy air, that'll help him out. He needs all the help he can get, especially against this righty-heavy New York Mets team. You get Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, Mark Canha, Eduardo Escobar, Starling Marte, who did leave early. It's depressing. I mean, how bad could you possibly run with these stolen bases? I mean, just disgusting. But whatever. My guy that I left, I omitted him on purpose. Tommy Pham is who I want you to be paying attention to going into tomorrow. Probably just cursed him and his family, but he has a 297 expected batting average and a 541 expected slugging. He's only striking out at a 16.7% clip, so the ball is getting put in play with frequency. He's hitting it very hard. Now, the key equation for a home run is you got to start lofting it in the air. It's got Christian Yelich syndrome right now. 3.7 degree average launch angle for Tommy Pham. I expect that to start going up, up, up. We saw it happen last year in Cincinnati. We saw him really take off there with the Padres as well. So yeah, there's been some opportunities here for Tommy Pham to have some good ballparks to be able to hit in. He's also hitting, I mean, this is not going to be a great ballpark to hit in, but the odds are going to reflect it. I think Tommy Pham is somebody that you want to have on your bingo card as well as my dude, Senga. Senga Genesis. That is what I'm going to start calling him on this program. Senga Genesis. K-ladder up to 9 is where I've got this right now. I think you could probably look at extending it to 10 here, but it has to be a lean because I kind of need to see the odds for it as well. Very, very important. But he is the guy I'm looking at laddering up. That's what I want. Senga Genesis along with Wham Bam. Thank you, fam. That was off the top of my head, too. New York Mets. Looking for them to inflict some damage. If you want to be on that money line too, minus 122, go right ahead. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Go to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays for Thursday's slate. It's a quick one, just 7 games. But hit me up on Twitter at Eric Lindquist if you have any questions. Sign up for that premium Discord. Check out Bet365 and our friends at Manscaped. 20% off when you use promo code Stokastic, STOKASTIC. Look at that. I can spell. Also in the link below for you. Alrighty, y'all, Friday, another massive slate coming to you. We'll be happy to we'll be definitely breaking down everything for you then before turning it over to Aton for the weekend. So until Friday, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Thursday.